Malcolm, thanks a lot for stopping by. We appreciate it. How good does it feel to be back in the mix after you watched these guys for basically 2 rounds?
I feel great. It's a blessing to be back out here. Super grateful to just be back on the court playing, and especially playing at this level.
I want to know what type of leader Giannis is. For example, I was a silly leader. I was the guy to keep everybody calm in the locker room. And when I watch him play and I listen to his interviews, he's not joking around. So can you tell me what type of leader he is in the locker room?
He's definitely, he's been, they're pretty loud.
Yeah, do me a favor. Put the mic up here so we can hear you.
Giannis, when I first got here 2 years ago, Giannis was more of a silent leader. He led by example, work ethic. He's one of the hardest workers I've ever seen. But over the years, I've seen him grow vocally in the locker room. He's always been so serious, and I think now he's starting to really enjoy the game, be a little bit more silly, enjoy the moment, but also, be able to lead by example.
When you guys started this series, you watched the shot by Kawhi, you watched the effort that the Toronto played with. What was the one thing that you said, we have to stop this to win?
I think we have to match their energy, match their effort. This team is scrappy. They're talented. They make shots. They're a good defensive team, but I think they play hard every night, and they're going to compete. Guys like Kyle Lowry, Fred VanVleet, people overlook how hard they play and how much they compete on the floor.
Well, you were out for a while with your injury. How did you keep your conditioning? Because you look like you haven't missed anything since you came back. I mean, it's hard to come back in the middle of the season and definitely in the playoffs, but you seem like you worked on your condition. I want to know how you're able to do that.
Man, it's on and off the floor. You got to watch what you eat. 2-a-days.
Well, there goes you. You're conditioning, Chuck.
I got
it is right there.
Hey, listen.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Malcolm.
I got the 4 days down. I eat 4 times a day.
No, I'd have rehab in the morning, and then on my own, I'd usually come back at night and do extra conditioning, just because I knew the level that I was going to be stepping into when I got back.
Malcolm, when you look at this team as a whole and what it's been like under Mike Budenholzer here, is there a central theme, or is there a phrase, are there words to live by that he continues to hammer out, or that you guys live by on this team?
I would say let it fly. Everybody sees it as, shoot the ball when you're open, shoot it even sometimes when you're not open. He wants you to shoot it in rhythm. But I think that let it fly phrase speaks to more of having confidence in us, instilling confidence, and wanting us to go out and play hard and rely on each other.
So you're going to Toronto for 2 games. What was Coach Bud's message? Was it win 1 game at a time, or we're going to win 2 games?
Before you answer, because this is because Jeremy just said, we have Coach Bud in the locker room afterwards, so let's hear what he had to say. No, listen.
Hey, just keep the mentality of getting better and better. That's what we got to do between 2 and 3, just like between 1 and 2. It's good stuff. Different guys stepping up, playing well all the time. That's what we do. We do it together, all right? Stay humble and stay hungry. Humble and hungry. All right, big man. Come on.
I was asking questions because I played for a coach. Pat Riley, so like when we'd be playing well like this, he would come in the locker room and say, okay, we got 2 games. We ending it now. If not, you're going to be in trouble. So I was wondering what, Coach Bud had to say, and I heard what he had to say. So you don't have to answer that.
No, but what is the mindset as you hit the road?
It's really one-game mentality. Just go in, try to win the first game, really focus on that, sort of try to let our energy and our competitiveness travel.
Well, I'll say this. We had our coaching meetings, and then we had guys that were very verbal, that was players. And I happen to be one of them. And I'm going to do this to you right now. You're 2 games away from the NBA Finals, brother. Let's go get that. That's how you're supposed to. That's the look that you're supposed to have to me as a player. You have to come back and say, we got 2 games and we're in the NBA Finals.
He's correct.
Yeah. So I got a question for you. It's been a long season. What was the low point of the season?
Personally, for me, it was getting injured. For other guys, we were a team that was so resilient during the season. We went for, I think, 60 or 70 games without losing 2 games in a row. I think there was one game where Giannis was out, and me and Chris struggled. We played the Magic here and got beat at home. And that was a game where we really struggled. We wanted to play while he was out and sort of send a message to the rest of the league, and we weren't able to do that. I remember personally being frustrated after that game with myself.
Well, just let me say something. Going forward in the future,
Let's hear you, Mike.
listen, going forward in the future, it's probably best to have Giannis with you.
Always sound advice. Let me tell you this too, and before we go, we'll let you split. But I know you got an initiative off the court, an East Africa clean water initiative. Give me the down low on that, and tell me how it's working.
Yes, so I have a nonprofit organization called Hoops 2.0. I work with Chris Long, who runs Water Boys. We basically build clean water wells in East Africa and Tanzania. So every summer I go over there. I raise money through the season. I have 4 other guys in the NBA that are helping me raise money on different teams. And I'm trying to just raise as much money as I can to build more wells. And then I go visit the people in Africa and see sort of the impact it has.
How much does it cost for a well?
$45,000.
I'll give you $45,000.
There we go.
I'll give you $45,000 right now.
I
And you should name it the Chuck Well. Make it extra
I'll give
big.
We can. We put the names. If you give enough money for a well, we put your name, and that well is named after.
Well,
It's done.
Well, just put one here called Cheapskate, and Kenny. Hey, you got $45,000. I want a well.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
You take a 2-0 lead. You got a new well.